Welcome everybody to another business Q&A while we play League of Legends and answer your entrepreneurial questions. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm super happy that the Blue Jays won last night. Hopefully we continue that streak and we get a victory here today. I am joined by my usual co-host, Rishi Cup TV. Rishi, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Welcome myself and welcome everyone.
Welcome myself. I love it. I think people should welcome themselves. That's it. That's how we do.
You got to practice the self-encouragement, right?
I love it. I love it. I'm in game with J Rise.
Nice.
J Rise is hoping to play Rise. Last time somebody took it from him, so he wasn't able to. We're trying to. What's he saying here? Yeah. So Rishi, what's in the cup today? How are you feeling? How are we doing? What are we drinking?
Yeah. Okay, I am. And did you see the note in the chat? Cold Glass wanting to join in this time.
I think Jay was trying to do something, but he's not level 30, so I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know we'll see. Jay's
Cool.
trying to figure it out.
Oh, looks like they added a nice.
Yeah, I think we're trying to.
Cool. So, yeah, today I have got my my usual café con leche, and today I'm grateful. I'm grateful for espresso. This espresso today was really awesome. I don't know if you've got to see. I know you see it all the time, Evan, but those of you listening, it was just a cool message about selling and being a human, and I loved what both of you guys had to say. So I just found it a powerful conversation, and I'm just grateful for how the espressos are just a great way to, it sounds like a commercial, I know, but I mean it. It's a great way to start your morning, so yeah.
I love it. Well, this morning was the Patrick Bay David one?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of people have a lot of aversion towards selling, so I'm glad we picked that one. Yeah, Colt, sorry we can't get a game on. Apparently you're not high enough level. You got to get to level 30. J Rise tried to invite him in, but he has to be level 30. So, practice! This week, hit level 30, and let's do a game later on. You got today and tomorrow, okay? Then we can do Friday.
I love the claps. Got some claps going on today.
Today, I don't have my usual Yoki tea yet. I gotta go set that up. So I don't have the message of the day. But
darn it.
Yeah, I know. It was chaos this morning, getting everything set up.
Do you have anything in your cup this morning?
Well, I got my vitamin water, and I have my usual big jug of water here. But I need water. If I don't have water, my throat will be gone. But all right, J-Raz has been practicing Rise. New experiment. Don't try to impact the early game. Just play safe and scale up with me. All right? All right. Done. Sounds like a plan. New experiments. Here's to new experiments. Let's do a shout out quickly in the Twitch chat and then get into the questions. We got last minute Louis, waiting on him to get in the game with us one of these days. He is level 30 and can play with us. Breathe Fitness, welcome aboard. The Master 57, Cold Glass, Jen so much. I love it. Okay, well we're trying to set a game up here, and let's do the first question. What do we got?
Okay. First question is coming from Norbit.
Norbit.
And yes.
It's an interesting name. I like it. Norbit. Is it two T's at the end? Norbit, like double T?
No, just one T.
One
Am I
T?
saying it wrong?
Norbit?
No, Norbet.
Norbit. Norbit. Okay, I see. Okay, interesting.
Norbet, I guess. Maybe
Norbit.
I should be saying it more with it.
Got it. Okay. Norbet. It's like sherbet. Sorbet. Is it sorbet or sherbet?
No, that's just the nuance between the about and the about, Evan. It's the Toronto versus me, America.
What? People call it sorbet.
No, you're right. So it would be would it be Norbet?
It could be. I want clarification. After this video is watched, I want clarification if it's Norbert or Norbet. Norbet.
Norbet sounds really super cool, actually.
I like both
Norbet.
versions.
I've never heard that.
I like both versions.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
good. We spent a lot of time on the name. What's the question? Norbert, Norbet, what's our question?
Okay, first question. Thank you, Evan. I'll be looking forward to the video. I guess that was in regards to a video he might have seen. I'm a 18-year-old teenager from Zimbabwe.
Nice.
Looking for opportunities which enable me to share my motivational articles with the whole universe entirely. And I'm kindly asking if you could help me out. It's not spam, nor am I just trying to waste your time. I am a musician and I was looking for opportunities that would drive me into design good stuff. Looking for positive feedback.
Wait, he's a musician or he's doing articles? Or both?
Looks like it's both. 18 years old, looking for opportunities which enable him to share his motivational articles with the whole universe.
Okay. But he's also a musician.
He's also a musician,
Okay.
which yesterday we clarified in yesterday's stream that you can be both, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand the context of the question.
No, I know that wasn't towards you. I'm just saying. So yeah, motivational articles. There's just so many ways that you can do this. I mean, this is the digital era that we live in, where if you have something you want to share and you want to share it with the entire universe, I guess I'll just say for sure YouTube, because you know my answer a lot can be YouTube. And I guess another question you want to ask yourself too in the sharing is like, you know, are you someone who's willing to give the time that it takes to actually make a sincere impact? If you are doing a motivational series, then I think the standard, even more so, should be that you're motivating people out of your life. Like your life should be lining up with your message. And so anything that's like inspirational, motivational, like you can't just talk about it, you've got to be it. And so I would just say, don't just try to do it fast and get there as quick as you can. Like there might be longer time that is spent in a business that's going to be that. And so when I say YouTube, I mean that don't go into YouTube thinking you're going to now immediately have this all this income coming in to support you to do your motivational series. There's blogging, same thing. I mean, there's just so many mediums. So also consider, where do you feel you'd shine best? Is it on camera? Would it be in writing? Would it be, you know, podcasting? So yeah, I guess at 18 years old, you may not know, but think about what maybe digital opportunity you would want to pursue, and then where do you think you'd shine, and then don't try to just be where your end goal is, like super fast. Like it might take a while, and that's okay.
What was the specific question again? Just advice on what to do?
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like he has these motivational articles he wants to share.
Yeah. And music.
And he wants to have a huge impact. Yeah, I'm not sure if the music was something he wanted feedback on, but I guess that's part of it. Yeah, for him, is he's a musician and he's just looking for opportunities.
Okay.
That would drive me to design good stuff. I don't know if you have something you want to say to that, but... That
would drive me to design good stuff. So he wants advice that would drive him to design good stuff. And I just want to make sure I can answer the question to help him. I have a number of things going through my head.
Okay.
Well, let's start with this. I think if you're, in today's age, it's never been easier for quality content to get out. Like at the end of the day, it's going to be about the quality of the stuff that you make. In the past, there were gatekeepers and had to be in the New York Times or whatever publications. Now you are your own publication, and it's making sure that the stuff that you write is really, really good. If you're writing motivational articles, do I read your article? And are we invading? Are we invading? Are we invading? This is unusual. Early level attacks here. If I read your article, am I going to get motivated? Am I going to want to come back and subscribe to you? Right? You need to have content that's so good that people want to keep coming back for more, over and over and over and over and over again. So if one person reads your stuff, if that one person, this is how your audience is built, one at a time, if they come back the next time, then you're on your way. But if your stuff is just okay, a lot of people focus more on the they're so worried about getting an audience to come that they don't focus at all about continue to work on their content. Are we gonna fight? What are we doing here? Are we fighting? Are we fighting? I think we're fighting. We're fighting! We're fighting, kind of. Oh, I think we're all gonna die. We are all going to die. I feel like we're all gonna die. We got a kill, and we died. Okay, I'm alive though. Kind of. I'm running! I'm running! This is chaos in the early game. I don't like it, guys. I don't like these level 1 fights here. Okay, let me focus and just answer questions. Holy cow. Holy cow, that was nuts. Anyway, okay, good. The chaos continues. They got it. Oh, we got 2 kills. We went 2 for 1 on that, so that's good. Okay, sorry guys. It's still very, very distracting and not my usual style of early game pressure here. So it's making content that you're super proud of, making content that you could start building a community around, even if it's your own, friends and family to start, or even just this. Like if you said I'm sure if you said your website name, some people would go check it out, and then it's on you to prove to them that it's worth stopping by again. And so really doing a good job with the content itself is going to be super, super, super important. And it's never been easier for great content to spread. It's just people don't share, busy people don't share average stuff. They may think it's okay. He's like, yeah, that was good. Mm-hmm. But especially for a motivational article, unless you get them fired up, unless they go and you give them that drug that they're going to want to come back to again the next day, unless you can give them that, they're not going to share it. Rishi shares things that she loves. She's not sharing things that are just okay. Yeah. And so that's the difference. A lot of people's stuff is good. It's good. But it's not good enough that I'd want to go and blast it. Right? And so it starts with you being able to read it and feel like, man, you love this. This is insane what you just wrote. It motivates you. And if it's not there, that's okay. Practice, work on it, get better. I think there's also an angle within, if you love being in the motivational world, there's also an angle for your music. All the motivational videos that are out there, they need music. So you could be the guy making the music for all of the motivational video guys out there. I don't know what kind of music you make. I don't know if that's still, if there's lyrics or not in it, but there's definitely a big market there that could potentially be filled with your music. Anyway, back to the content. So you write these great articles, then you got to get out and let people know about it, even if it's your own small network, just to start. There are some ways to hack it and gain some exposure. So as an example, you could do a mashup of some of the people that you respect most in the motivational field and ask them for their best tip on motivation. And then you put that mashup together I'm going back. You put that mashup together, and when anybody reaches out to me and I do a mashup with them, I'm naturally curious about who is this person, what's their website all about, and if you have some good stuff on your site, then I'm inclined to want to check it out, right? If you move me with one of the pieces that you created, then I'm now curious about that, and maybe I subscribe to your blog, your website. So things like that, you can do it. You can do a couple promotional things to help you, but again, it's going to come down to all that promotion in the world won't help if the content isn't good. Like getting on my radar, I'm curious just because of your name. I want to know if it's Norbert or Norbe, right? Like you send me an email back, I'm going to go check out whatever your website is, and is it going to move me? And so I would be really pounding my effort into making sure that the quality is there, is super high for the content that you're putting out, so that when me or other people, other entrepreneurs, whether they can influence 1,000 people, 10,000 people, or just their next door neighbor, everybody can influence somebody, and you want to be able to give them a reason to want to share your stuff. So has nothing to do with you being from Zimbabwe or anywhere else. You don't. The traditional rules don't apply anymore. You can go out and make it on your own. You just got to produce really, really good stuff. That's it. That's what I got. Good luck. There's the good luck.
And we really mean that. That's real. That's genuine.
It's always genuine.
Always.
Every word we both speak is always genuine, because that's how we roll.
Yeah.
That is how we roll. Oh, crap!
We roll.
I'm under attack! I died. Very sad. I got 2v1 there and died. Oh, well. Okay, next question. What do we got?
Okay. Now, this name is harder for me. Mabarabaki.
Mabarabaki. I love it.
Yep. Mabarabaki. This question is, okay, thank you very much. I'm a student at the university and have gotten one tycoon who has always been my role model. That man is a real investor, as I can say, and who is successful in each and every business he does, even though I'm not much educated. But I question myself, how really am I going to raise my startup capital, yet I have a dream to a known businessman? Okay, I think I understand this. And he says, unemployment is a problem in my mother country. Please advise. Okay. So I think he has a connection to someone who's very successful. He's in university, but maybe he's thinking ahead of like, how can I, potentially, what's the word? Pitch this business guy for his own entrepreneur goals. So I kind of think that's what he's saying, unless you got something different from it, Evan.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I would not at this stage pursue this relationship with that in mind. I would just, because it's clear you're saying I don't know how I'm going to raise up my startup capital. Like, it's clear you're at the early stages where this wouldn't be the time to even be thinking about the potential investors. I think the main thing at this point is, if you have access to someone who is successful, use it as an opportunity to give to two things: give value, maybe to him in some way, maybe volunteer for him, or something where you can create also opportunity for yourself to learn, so that the relationship can be mutually beneficial. So if you do have access, I don't know what kind of access you have. I mean, use wisdom. Like, I don't know if there's actually a real relationship there, but if there is, is there ways that you can learn from him as you are getting your own plans together. And then, you know, we did a great episode, I think it was 5, about kind of when to gauge when you are ready for an investor. So you might want to go back and watch episode 5 as well. But it just doesn't seem like you should even be thinking about the startup capital yet. It doesn't sound like you know what business you want to be in. And even if you did, the early stage is not the time to be looking for investors. So take advantage of this opportunity to learn from this person. If he's someone you respect and you know that you can get knowledge that you need.
Yeah, just ask for help. Just the best thing you can do is just get a cup of coffee and pick his brain about entrepreneurship. If you are bringing up whatever if you need help with the business plan or the idea or will it work or the execution, asking for 15 minutes of his time over coffee, or while he's walking to the elevator or whatever it is, and making sure that time counts. The last thing that you want to do is pitch something before it's ready. You don't want to pitch him a concept that is only kind of half worked out and have him say that, oh well, since he's going to be an investor, he'll figure out the rest for me and build it with me. That's not what he wants to do, right? Nobody wants to be sold and pitched to, but if you are going and asking for help, it's a different approach. And so until you really figure out what your model is going to be, that's what I would really focus my time and energy on. Just trying to go in, ask one specific question, get one piece of feedback. That would be my goal. If I get any more, that's great. But my goal going in is I want to ask one question, get one piece of feedback, and if that takes 5 minutes of his time and that's what I can ask for, that's amazing. And then I'm going to go out and execute. Whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to go out and do it. I'm going to try it. If I come across any kind of stumbling blocks, roadblocks, then I'm going to try to figure out a way around it. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to try to do exactly what he's wanted me to do, and then the goal is to go back to him after you've done it and say, hey, I did this. Hopefully it worked, or here are the problems I faced. But showing that you really tried hard to do it on your own, and then ask for some more help. And if he loves your concept, if he's sold on you and that you're hardworking and you're listening to him, first of all, that's more than half the battle. Most people go and they take it, they say, I have these important questions, and then they don't do anything about it, right? Even the sad thing is, a lot of people even listening to this, right? They ask a question, they're in real need, but the thing that we're telling you to do, you don't want to do. It's too painful. It's too scary. It's you don't want to work hard enough at it, and you don't go and do it. The reason why we do it public is that maybe it doesn't help that specific person, but there's somebody listening who has the same problem, who is willing to go out and take action and do it. And so that's the truth for a lot of people who go to mentors, and that's what sucks for being a mentor, is you hate going out and giving advice to somebody and they don't take any action on it. So don't let that be you. Right? So my goal would be to spend 5 minutes, ask one question, get one piece of feedback, go out and execute, so that when I come back to him a second time, I can ask a second question, and he's willing to give me that time. And each time, he'll give you more and more time, because you're actually doing the work. You're doing the work of now standing out and separating yourself as not just being one of a million people trying to reach this person who never actually takes any feedback and just wastes their time. People want to help. They do. But they don't want to waste their time. And so that's the delicate balance of any of these kind of mentoring questions and problems, is that they are wasting their time. They feel like they're wasting their time. And if there's a chance of wasting my time versus helping, most people will side on the side of caution, because they don't want to waste their time, because the fear of wasting their time is more than the joy they get from helping. So that's what I would do. I want to say good luck again, but I feel, yeah, you see,
All right. Cool. Next question. We ready?
Yep.
Got a 7-7 game.
Yeah. 7-7. We're doing okay.
Are you working your strategy that Jay?
I don't know. Jay was down bottom and doing stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. I haven't fully. I haven't fully been paying attention, so I've been doing my thing. but Jay was down bottom for some reason. He said he was just gonna play safe and not try to do anything early game and then scale up late with me. But maybe he saw an opportunity. How's he doing? Let's see. He's 2-1, so he's doing well. He got 2 kills and died once, so that's good. So far, so good.
All right, next question is coming from Brittany. Brittany, yeah.
How do you spell Brittany? I feel like Brittany has the most variety of spellings on any name.
That might be true.
There's
she
so many kinds of
B-R-I
Brittany's. Yeah.
Yeah, she spells it Brittany.
Brittany. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, but you're right. There's a lot of variations.
All right.
So Brittany says, I'm 18.
18.
I'm a huge fan of yours, and I watch you daily.
Thank you, Brittany.
Awesome. Yeah. She says, I'm absolutely depressed right now, and I want to ask you for your advice.
Okay.
I'm currently in the 12th grade, and very much am going to be a musician, but currently I'm hitting a wall. In order to maximize my potential as a starting musician in the up-and-coming rock scene, I need to move to Philly. I intend on going to Temple University, which I love and feel is perfect location-wise. Problem is that I am absolutely horrible at school. People tell me I'm exceptionally smart, but with a 25 IB score, my grades are lackluster at best. I intensely put effort into my studies, but there is little to no improvement. I've tried changing things up, but I feel like I keep running into a brick wall. I've never been good at school, only receiving an honor roll 3.3 once in my life, and I keep reading that highly creative people, which I am, often do poorly at school, which doesn't help my situation. I'm trying not to give up, but it sure is moving towards that direction. I know you're exceptionally smart, talented, and wise. Please help me figure this out. By the way, I've been told I don't have a learning disability. All right.
Okay.
So, basically, she has this dream for music, but, still has the aspirations to go through college, but is really struggling, and looks like she's kind of done everything she can. I remember for me, it sounds like you've already done this, but I guess I'll just share it anyway. I remember for me when there were subjects that were really just harder for me. I liked going and meeting with my individual teachers for whatever subject, I might have been struggling in, and just kind of like having one-on-one because I feel like there is definitely, everybody learns a different way, and for sure, not every classroom is going to cater to your learning style, but I felt like when I met one-on-one with my teachers for the areas that were challenging, like I always found a way for it to make sense for me personally, and so it did require more time on my part, but it helped for sure. And I don't want to presume that we're in the same boat, because it sounds like you've really put a lot of effort in, and it's still a challenge. I don't know. There's just so many I have a lot of thoughts, but Evan, what do you think?
So the education thing is important to her because she wants to go to the university, and that's in Philadelphia. Is that the driver for the schooling?
Sounds like she really likes the university. So even though she does have these musical aspirations, it sounds like it's important to her that she still goes through university.
Got it. I would try to look at a place where, first of all, you could go to a school where you could spend as much time on music as possible. There's got to be some places that are more musically oriented than others, so that you're not spending as much time doing doing math or doing, whatever other subjects you're not great at and don't enjoy doing. I'd also say though that you can do a lot on your own. I mean, it's never been easier, and it's going to only get easier. You can keep doing things on your own. If you have great talent, whatever it is, if it's like, look at how many people have had success. We're doing a collaboration with oh my god, I just forgot his name. Anyway, a YouTuber musician with 1 million subscribers. You could do a lot just on your own. You can do a lot on YouTube. You can do a lot by hustling on your own. Now, I don't know if you're trying to find bandmates or, whatever it is that you're trying to do, like why you feel Philadelphia is so much more important. But don't let that, it'd be easier if you were in Philadelphia, or if you were in New York City, or if you were, fill in the blank, wherever it is. Sure, life would be easier, but it doesn't mean that you have to be there. You could, so you're not there, so what? So that's it? So you stop? Right? You got to find a way to keep going, keep doing your thing. If that's really your dream, you have to find a way to keep doing it. Make YouTube videos, do whatever the local scene is. Get better at what you're doing. Take online classes, learn from people who are having success. Maybe there's an Australian singer who has this course out that teaches you to be a better singer. Sign up for that. You could learn way more online than you can learn in a classroom setting.
Well, I think I'm not sure if she's wanting to do school for music or if it's just because this university is in the place where she wants to be. So I don't know if she's trying to I don't know if she's trying to study music. It's more her issues with maybe general education, learning and with the general education, so.
Yeah, and it's a tough spot. I look at I went to university, and there's a lot of people saying that university is the biggest, rip-off. A lot of entrepreneurs. We did a topic on this on the channel, showing both sides of the equation, and it's honestly something I'm gonna have to think about once, Hayden gets to that age. How important is it?
Sure.
I didn't find a ton of value from my university experience, but I don't know that I wouldn't still have gone.
I know, it's so tough.
And I think it may just be because maybe honestly it's a limiting thing. Maybe it's just because that's how my family is, and just to do things because that's how your family is generally not a great idea. So I don't know. That one's a tough one. But if you're not doing things that are furthering your path and furthering your growth, then generally it's not a great idea to do. But you could get to Philadelphia without, first of all, you don't need to get to Philadelphia. But if you want to go to Philadelphia, you can. You don't need to be at school to be at Philadelphia. It may mean that the road is a little bit harder. Maybe you're taking a job at McDonald's to get by, but you're there practicing your craft. There's been countless stories of people who have done that, from from actors who want to get to Hollywood, and they go and they're waitresses and waiters at bars and restaurants, all the way up to entrepreneurs who've made huge growths in their, oh crap, big fight happening. I'm trying to remember the Walt Disney story and how that took place, because I know he went to he did the same thing and going to California with almost nothing, and he would, sleep on the floor in the office. Like, if you really want to go, you could do it. There's always a way. And if not through university, it could be just by showing up. But are you willing to do that? Because that's uncomfortable. That's a sucky way to have to do it. But for a lot of people, that's the only option. And so, are you willing to go out and do it? Did we talk about the Making As a Musician series too? I think we did, right?
We did, not in this episode. I think it's a great one to bring up. And then if you remember the name of that collab, let us know too, so we can look out for that.
Yes, I don't remember. Oh, Peter Hollins. It's Peter Hollins. Now he's gonna be pissed. I didn't remember his name. Because we're doing one on Josh Groban. We're gonna do a top 10 on Josh Groban together. But we have a Making It series, how to make it in a specific field, and the first one we did was making it as a musician, and there's advice from a whole bunch of different musicians on how they made it. That's beneficial for anybody who's trying to kind of model those steps and do it themselves. So I definitely recommend checking that out, as well as other, like, you should be in the habit of studying musicians, not just for their style and their influences, and learning that singer did that a cappella riff, so let's do something similar, or I can learn from that. But also just their story and how they got to where they were, and their success path, the things they had to go through. Like, if you look at what a lot of musicians had to go through to get to where they are, and this is a little bit of real talk coming up. If you look at what a lot of musicians had to go through to get to where they are, and then compare it to the situation that you're in right now, you have it pretty easy, right? A lot of people had to go through a lot worse than what you have already at your disposal. And so approaching it from a what can I do about it, as opposed to I don't have enough, like, I'm not smart enough to doing well in school, or I can't do it while I'm in whatever city she's in. I need to be in Philadelphia, or whatever else you're telling yourself. People have done it with a lot less, and so it's modeling that success and getting on your horse and doing the work, and it might make you feel uncomfortable, but that's likely the path. And I'm excited for you. Like, I had the hardest decision of my life when I was 19, I guess, trying to decide between this job that I thought I wanted and being an entrepreneur and making $300 a month. That was one of the hardest things I have ever had to decide on in my life. And after that, all the other decisions became easy. Like, going through that, once I discovered that I don't want to live a life of regret, that was it. Everything else became a lot easier. All future decisions became so much easier. So these are the tough things, the tough calls that you have to make. And good luck. Now it's like, it's the official sign-off.
It is. And I just wanted to say, and we'll have to, I don't know, Evan, it'd be awesome to talk more in length about this on another episode, because I have so much to say about it. But Damasta said, yep, I feel like school is its own skill and strategy. And anyway, just I feel like people, I don't know, conversations around education, its value, where it's not of value, and then seeing it as a skill and a strategy, because whether you go or you don't go, or if you go and you fail, I mean, it's just, there's so many things that I think people could benefit from hearing about what really happens in the real world and how education fits into that piece. So anyway.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there. I honestly, like, for anybody thinking about it, I would honestly go back and look at, I think it was a Believe Life that we did, talking about the importance of school, and we showed 5 people on both sides. So it's not to say that you should go to school, you shouldn't go to school, university, higher level education. Just here's both sides of the equation. Here's what people on both sides think. All are successful people. Like all 10 people, super successful, and more just out of attempt to provide context and see what the story might be for you, like if it works for you or not. So, I'd recommend, if you're thinking about school, I'd recommend checking that out.
What's that one called again? Is it just Believe Life Education or?
I don't know. It's been a while since we did it, but it was a Believe Life.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah, it was a Believe Life focus on education.
Cool. Alrighty. Next question. This one is longer, so I'm gonna try to go through it fast.
All right.
This is from This is from Raif.
Raif. All right.
Yes. All right. Raif says, "My name is Raif. I've been watching your videos on YouTube for a few days, and now I got to say that I'm genuinely inspired by everything you have to say. Every morning I wake up and watch your videos before I go to work. After I finish work, I've become somehow obsessed with them. The Evan effect. Anyway,
I'm obsessed with the videos too.
Yes. In fact, little side note, like I'm really sad because like I am not able to watch your videos as much anymore, and I'm kind of like mad about it. But that's another side note. Anyway, I'm thinking of starting my own online recruitment agency in Lebanon. Online recruitment agency in Lebanon, mainly to help business major candidates such as myself find good work career in Lebanon without having to travel abroad and be away from their family and friends. I don't want to do it for the money. I believe money will come eventually. I want to do it because I genuinely believe I can target this niche audience and make a difference in their lives by providing them with work opportunities in Lebanon. My passion is to help people, to make them feel happy. I want to start my own online company. I thought it would be a wonderful business idea to start up because it would make people happy to find a good job. And we did that. I want to differentiate myself by providing work opportunities to business candidates only. Not everybody. I want to focus on the target business candidates only because I'm a business graduate myself and I want to help them. I have 10 years of work experience in marketing, but no experience in recruitment. I'm constantly doing online research to learn more. I don't want to be an employee anymore. I want to be my own boss and work with passion." All right, well, looks like, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Honestly, I don't think Please tell me what you think and advise me. I really need your help because I'm scared. I'm excited at the same time about this business idea. All right, I think it's great. I think this is great. I think I love a couple of things. Like I love that you want to create a confidence for your own people in Lebanon to encourage them to feel like, yeah, they don't have to go away and find jobs elsewhere. That's good for everyone in that case to be able to do that. And it sounds like, you know exactly who you want to help. It's real value. So I like the idea. I don't really have much more to add.
You there?
Sounds like can you hear me?
Yeah. I think you pressed the button and cut out for a second, but it's all good.
Oh, okay. How much did I get lost? Did you hear everything?
You like the idea, and then you press the button.
Okay. Yeah, I just think it's a good idea, and I say he looks like he's doing all the work to figure out what he doesn't know. So it sounds like he's on the right path.
Okay, so that entire question, while you're reading it, I was in a huge long fight. So let me make sure I got it so that I answer it properly, because I want to make sure we're bringing the value here. Oh, I got my thing up here. He wants to start a recruitment agency, but doesn't have the skills or know-how about how to recruit people. He likes marketing, has some experience there, but not recruiting. And what's thoughts on how to do better?
Yeah, basically, what do you think of this idea? You know, and he's targeting specifically people who are, you know, getting their degrees in business and want to find jobs once they graduate, so that they don't have to go elsewhere to find jobs.
Okay, got it. So the first thing that comes to mind is, if you don't have the experience, I would want to try and go get some experience. If you don't have the experience, why are you so excited and passionate about this? Ooh, nice. I got a Timo's doing work down here in this game. Why recruitment? Is this something that's really a deep passion of yours? Is it a temporary interest? If you're so super passionate about it, how come you haven't done anything in the field yet, right? And if that's the case, maybe you want to go out and get some experience. Maybe you want to try to do something. I would try to work for somebody who's done it first before trying to do it on my own. My biggest fear is that you're going to go out and waste a lot of time and money and not get any results. You'll get some experience, I guess, but you can better get experience by working for somebody else and learning while getting paid to do it. So I think in terms of the idea, any idea can work, right? Any idea, any business idea can work. Can this idea work? Absolutely. Is it a good idea? Maybe. Is it the right idea for you? That's the bigger question. Is it the right idea for you? And so I would be looking at trying to research and learn and get better and see if it's going to be the right fit. Just like any other thing, when you're first trying it, you want to go and get experience and practice. Just like you date before you're getting married, just like, before any business partnership starts, you should be doing a trial project together. You should be testing this out, because I don't want you going out spending a ton of money, and then it's not working out. Maybe that's not what you actually love doing. Maybe you actually love something else, and it was a good test, a good little experiment, but now I'm going to move on to go do this other thing that I am actually super passionate about. So the point is, you don't know until, whoa, holy, well, I died, very sad. I got attacked from the side. I wasn't expecting it, but that's okay. Yeah, it's like anybody else who writes in and says, hey, what business should I do? I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think? It doesn't super matter what my opinions are of that concept. It's more what you think about it. Are you super passionate about it or not? And getting the experience to go out and know the difference. I've done tons of things. I love trying things. Even YouTube was a big experiment for me. I did a couple videos, and then I stopped for a while. And then I did some more videos, and then I fell in love with it, and then I kept doing more and more and more videos, and now it's become a big part of what I'm doing. So I think if you want to do it, then just try. Go try to help a couple people. Work for a recruitment agency to get experience in the field and know what you're doing, and try on your own on the side to do your own small thing. And through that, you'll learn to see if you love it, if this is the thing that you want to continue on doing, or not.
Yeah.
Less time thinking and more time trying.
I love that. Test.
Yeah. You're not going to... Where am I going? Holy cow. You're not going to think your way into a relationship. You know, you gotta do.
Nice.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
And for those of you who were interested in that video for the previous question, the video is called The Pros and Cons of Education.
Aha, I love it.
The Believe Life series. Yep. Definitely, definitely. All right. Oh, Zano popped in the house. He says, hey, guys.
People get excited when Zano shows up.
Yes, sirree. All right, next question is, not much chatter in the chat today. I think everybody's soaking in the information.
All right. You good with that?
I think, yeah, they're soaking it in.
This is a pretty intense game compared to usual. I mean, they're usually intense, I guess. Just, there's a lot of stuff happening in this game, man. I don't know. I'm being chased around a lot. I can't just do my thing. But I'm doing well. I have 6 kills, 2 deaths, and 11 assists, so I'm doing well. I'm doing work. Timo's doing work, guys. Timo is doing work. Team is ahead, 41 to 33, so looking good. We'll see what happens.
Cool. Ready for the next one then?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, next question comes from Dear Diraj.
Dear Diraj?
No, Diraj.
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 Diraj. All right,
I believe.
Diraj. I love it. Diraj.
Diraj says, hey, Evan, I've been following you since a year ago. My current business, IT hardware sales and services like laptops, CCTV, etc. And I'm aspiring to be a motivational speaker. I've watched all videos of Top 10 series of Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, John Maxwell. All are just fantabulous. Have you created any video on how to find your why? From last couple of months, I've been searching for my one word. I ended on two: hustle and contribution. Have you created any video on these words? And I request to write, email these things, words, as you did for the word. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Something about this email that you'd sent about how, remember you said, you know, your one word is not money. I don't know if you remember that. And I think you do because you wrote it, but anyway. So there's lots of videos on how to find your why and kind of the one word. And so I don't know that you specifically have like shared any businesses that have had hustle or contribution as their one word, at least not that I've seen, but it could be there. But yeah, I mean, the how to find your why, there's just so many. I think the most important thing is to start writing down all the things that you are really, that make you super happy, and then the things that get you super upset. And somehow there's a connection between those things that start to connect the dots. And there's all kinds of exercises that I know, Evan, you kind of give people beyond that. But I like that he gave a list of people that he really gets inspired by, because I think that's part of it too, is seeing in other people what you resonate with. Motivation is what he really is connecting to. So yeah, there are a bunch of videos. So I mean, that's kind of the bottom line question: is do you have videos on how to find your why? And I know there's tons. There's tons of videos on that. If you do a little search on the channel.
Yeah, we do have a lot, and different perspectives too. My own and famous entrepreneurs. I would think so. A couple things, just kind of unpacking this. I would think one, if you're finding that you're having a hard time because you're mixing between hustle and contribution, and they seem like totally separate things, I would try to look at a word above that you feel can embody both of those things. So as an example, I was going through this exercise with my father, and he was struggling between adventure, like he loves doing new things, and also compassion. He cares about people deeply. So like, how are those two things even close to being related? And for him, he came down with heart, where heart was the heart of actually caring for people, and also heart in adventure, in races, and doing something different. So for him, that's how he balanced it. So if you have two things, I'd be looking at how can you combine those two into something bigger? Is there another word that's a little more meta that you can create with? I think that could be super helpful for you. So that's the first thing. In terms of what to do with the one word once you find it, it's I'm going to make a video actually later today as part of my recording day. I did a video with a guy named Jay, who is part of the channel. He's been on the Espressos this week, and he found his one word, but doesn't really know what to do with it yet. And so I'm going to be doing a video kind of walking through that process as well. Let me say though, your why, your one word is not your why. Your one word is your set of values. So you still, like when you're picking your business opportunity, you still need to have a strong reason for it, for wanting to go and do whatever business. You know, I believe, but I also pick entrepreneurs because I really love entrepreneurs. I have a strong why around entrepreneurship. I could believe in anything. I could believe in a lot of different types of businesses and people. So picking the right business that fits for you is also going to be super important. Was there another part to that question? I'm trying to remember. I got locked in on that when you were reading it, but
no, that was good. I think that's kind of the nuance of the question he was looking for. But he was basically saying, I request that you write an email explaining these two words as you did for the word money. So do you remember that email when you said, this is why, why would money not be your one word?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. And it's understanding that for all of these, it's a value. That's the most important thing, is that these are all values. So money is not a value. That's why money is not your one word, or like, Porsche or whatever,
Right.
So I'm not judging if hustle is your one word or contribution. There's no, like, the last thing you can do is pick contribution because you think it's a nice, you should do it. Right? Like, if you're not actually about contribution, don't do it just because it's, it makes you feel good that other people think you're about contribution. And it's fine. Like, I'm not judging you. It's good. Hustle's your thing. Awesome. You don't, we won. Hey. Good.
Hey.
So understand that your one word is a value, and money is not a value. So that's why I went on that rant about money.
Right.
So, if you're trying to figure it out, again, I would look at something a little more meta, something that maybe embraces both of those words in one, and just sit on it. Sit on it till it feels right. It's one of the most important things you're going to do in your life, one of the most important questions you're ever going to go through, so you don't want to rush it. It has to feel right. And spending more time with yourself and less time worrying about other people's opinions of what your one word should be is important. And like you look at Rishi, you changed yours. Like, you started down one path and you thought this might be a fit, and then you had the courage to say, you know what, that's not actually what I am. I'm this. And it's easy to get locked into one path and then not have the courage to jump because you've already told people about this and set up momentum for this, where really you should be doing something different. So let's see how we did. I got an S+, which I'm excited about. It's the best score in the game. I went 10 kills, 2 deaths, 13 assists. J-Rise had 13 kills, 8 deaths, and 12 assists. So team did pretty well. We won a long game, and good to be back on the winning streak, like the Blue Jays tonight. Woo!
Feeling it.
That's what's up. Cool. All right. What is the message you want to leave people on, Rishi?
The message is, how do I feel this? I have to feel this. Cup of love. Yeah, just know that you are absolutely enough. And I'm thinking back to the question of the girl who was struggling with the education, just like all of these hurdles, whatever your hurdles, they're actually going to be part of your asset. They're going to make you more of an asset, not a liability. So just figure out ways to start seeing even your weaknesses as what will become part of your greatest strength. So don't ask, why me? Think, what next? What now?
All right, I like it. Well, what's next for me is I'm off to do video days. So I'm making videos for YouTube for the rest of the week for you guys. So thank you for watching. Hope you go out and crush today. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern for the gratitude stream, and then this at 9:10. Thank you guys for watching. Continue to believe, or whatever your one word is, and we'll see you soon.